Ever sent a message and waited hours or even days for a reply? Meanwhile, she's online, active, posting stories, but your message, left unread, no reply, radio silence. It stings, and it makes you question your worth. But what if I told you, there are 3 simple words you can say that flip the switch inside her mind and make her the one who can't stop texting you? Not pickup lines, not flattery, not manipulation. I'm talking about words grounded in Stoic power. Words that trigger curiosity, respect, and desire, all at once. Let's break it down. Part 1. Why most men's texts go nowhere. Before we talk about the 3 words, let's get brutally honest. Most men fail at texting not because of what they say, but because of how they say it. They're either too eager. Hey, how's your day? Did you get my last message? Too needy. Asking questions to fill space, hoping for validation. Or too generic. Just dry conversation that leads nowhere. You see, modern dating is flooded with weak signals, and women are experts at filtering them out. They don't want good morning texts from a guy who has no edge. They want emotionally grounded energy, a message that makes them feel something. That's why Stoicism matters. Because when you learn to regulate, your emotions detach from outcome and operate from internal control, your words carry more weight, less noise. More signal. Part 2. The psychology of text attraction. Here's the deal. Attraction isn't about logic, it's about emotional contrast. The texts that make her obsessed aren't paragraphs of affection. They're messages that spark curiosity, disrupt. Her expectations project calm, mysterious confidence. That's the essence of Stoic attraction. The man who doesn't rush, who doesn't seek approval, who doesn't overshare, but instead plants a seed in her mind and lets her imagination do the rest. This is how you flip the dynamic. You're not trying to win her, you're making her wonder about you. Now, let's talk about the 3 words. Part 3. The 3 words that create curiosity and obsession. Ready? The 3 words are, you intrigue me. Simple? Yes, but deceptively powerful. Let me explain why. When you tell a woman you intrigue me, you're doing several things simultaneously. You're not validating her beauty like every other guy. You're validating something deeper, her mystery. You flip the script. Instead of you chasing her, now she wants to know. What part of me intrigues him? What does he see that others don't? You hint at depth. You're not here for surface level. You're signaling that you're a man who sees beneath the mask. In 3 words, you become the one who sees her soul. And that is intoxicating. Part 4. Why it works so well. Stoic philosophy. Breakdown. Let's get philosophical for a second. The Stoics taught us to seek essence over appearance, to value substance over status. It is not what you say that determines value. It is what you mean by what you say. Epictetus, loosely interpreted. You intrigue me is intentional speech. It's not noise. It's a signal that you see beyond the obvious, and that's rare. Most men speak to women's surface, their looks, their bodies, their Instagram stories. But the Stoic man, he speaks to their being, and when you do that, you bypass the social mask. You slip beneath the emotional armor, and you activate something deeper, emotional vulnerability. She starts thinking about you, wondering what you meant, craving the next interaction, not because you chased, but because you anchored your message in presence. Part 5. The right time to use it and the wrong time. Now listen, this line is not a magic spell. Timing and delivery matter. Here's when to use it. After she says something that reveals depth, maybe an insight, a contradiction, or a sharp opinion. When you've already shown restraint and she's begun chasing you subtly. When the vibe is charged but not explicit, use it to add tension, not release it. Here's when not to use it. In the first 2 messages after she's already losing interest. When you're feeling anxious or trying to recover lost momentum, you don't beg with this line, you lead with it. It's not a way to regain power. It's a way to express already earned interest. It works because it's subtle, mysterious, and confident. It works because it doesn't say too much. It makes her chase meaning. That's the key. Part 6. What usually happens after you send it. Let me prepare. When you send you intrigue me. Be ready for one of two reactions. She doubles down. She becomes more playful, more feminine, more engaged. She'll try to draw out what you mean. She might even flirt harder, because now she feels seen. She gets flustered, not in a bad way, but in a challenged way. She's not used to a man saying that. She might reply with, "What do you mean? Why? Is that a good thing?" Good. That's exactly what you want. Because now, she's chasing context, and you are the one she's thinking. About Part 7, the Stoic follow-up. Don't miss this. Now here's where most guys mess it up, she responds. She's curious, and then they over-explain. They pour out compliments, they kill the mystery. Don't do that. Your follow-up should add more depth without removing the tension. Say something like, "You see things most people miss." That's rare. It's the way you said that, like there's a story behind it. I'll tell you one day, maybe. These lines do two things. They maintain frame control. They keep her emotionally engaged. Because the moment you remove mystery, you remove momentum. A Stoic man knows when to speak, and when to let silence do the talking. Part 8. Why this? Works long-term. Emotional echo. Here's the long-term magic. You intrigue me creates something called emotional echo. It's the phenomenon where your words linger in someone's mind. Long after the message ends, she'll reread it. She'll analyze it. She'll screenshot it and show her friends. Why? Because it feels different. You're not seeking her attention. You're offering her a glimpse of your perception. And women obsess over men who see what others don't. This is how obsession starts. Not with shouting, but with subtlety. Not with chasing, but with containment. You sent one line, but she's writing chapters in her head about what it meant. That is power. The modern Stoic text game. Let's be real. Texting in today's world is warfare. One wrong word and you're ghosted. One needy sentence and you're forgotten. But the Stoic man, he doesn't fight for her time. He creates gravity through his presence, words, and restraint. You intrigue me isn't just a line. It's a philosophical power move. It says, I'm not here to chase your beauty. I'm here to see your depth. And I don't give that kind of attention to just anyone. And if she's truly confident, that will hit her harder than any compliment ever could. Be the man who doesn't flinch. Let every other guy send emojis. Let them flood her inbox with hearts and good mornings. You say less, but you say it with meaning. You're calm, you're grounded, you're stoic, and that's why she'll text you not once, not twice, but nonstop. Not because you begged, but because you built tension. Not because you proved your worth, but because you made her wonder, who is this man? And once she asks that question, you've already won, like this. Tap like, share it with a brother who texts like a simp. Subscribe to the Stoic Guide and drop in the comments. What's your version of "you intrigue me"? Ever tried it? What happened? Stay grounded, stay sharp, and always stay stoic.